Hey everyone, it's Tyler and Michelle Stroik from Universal Rackets, and in this video we're going to be teaching you how to rip a forehand drive. Once again, if you stay tuned for this whole video, I am going to be teaching Michelle right here exactly how to hit an amazing forehand third shot drive. The truth is, you do not need years and years of prior racket sports experience. You do not have to be playing pickleball for years and years. All you have to do is follow these progressions and these drills that we are going to go over in this video on exactly how to hit an amazing forehand. So Michelle, again, you are going to be my student right now. You're my beginner student, or maybe you're an intermediate, you want to get a better forehand third shot drive, you're coming to me today. So once again, I'm the teacher and you're the student. Before we get into it, how are you doing, Michelle, and are you ready to learn the forehand third shot drive?
I'm doing amazing, and yes, I can't wait to learn.
Hopefully we can bring this to our match on Wednesday. We'll see.
Oh no, here he goes.
We're going to try to teach her how to drop her paddle for the, how many times? Millionth time, but that's okay. And again, this is the way to do it. Stop paying for tons of pickleball lessons or watching tons of videos, because again, in 30 minutes, we're going to teach you how to hit an amazing forehand. Now, the first thing, since you're a right-handed player, you're going to be over here. I am over here. Now, the first thing that you do when you teach someone how to hit a forehand and get a beautiful partner like yourself actually to feed you balls, or get a coach, or even work on this yourself, but the first thing that you have to do with the forehand is swing low to high. A lot of players, where they go wrong and they can't hit a good forehand is because they stop and they hit. Again, they stop and they hit. So what Michelle's going to do is I'm going to start her paddle low, and then once she's done and she swings over her shoulder, keep on following through, she's going to point her elbow. Once again, start low, and then when she swings, she is going to point her elbow. So that is the first thing that we're going to go over, and all we're going to do once again is start low, point elbow. Don't you know? Let's go. So you're going to start with your paddle low, and I'm going to bounce the ball, and she's going to swing over her shoulder to the point that her elbow is pointing towards the court. Two more. You're going to start low, and you're going to point your elbow towards the court. One more. Start low and point your elbow to the court. This is the first progression that you have to do. It teaches you how to swing low to high. Now, how does it feel so far, Michelle?
Good.
What we're going to do actually is we're going to put this to the test and see if this progression actually works. And I'm going to have to talk the talk and walk the walk. And you're going to be my coach after I do you. And I'm going to hit a left-handed forehand. Once again, I'm a right-handed player, but in this, we're going to see if my stuff works, which I know it does because we worked with 10,000s of players to do, but we're going to show you right here. I've never hit on my left-handed. I'm not one of those people that train lefty and righty, so here we are. You're going to drop the ball, start low, elbow. Start low, elbow. One more, start low, elbow. So I want you to think, once again, low to high, let it fly, and you are going to lift the ball. Now, as Michelle gets that, now the next thing that you are going to do is we're going to move forward. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to crawl before you walk. And when you make it stationary, which what I mean is I'm literally dropping the ball right in front of Michelle. She doesn't have to think about anything except the proper swing. Now, what happens in pickleball, Michelle? I'm going to try to let you talk a little bit. What happens in pickleball compared to me just dropping the ball in a real game?
Footwork is
right?
really essential and tough to develop.
Yes.
To get around the ball and to have the right contact, and then put all the other steps together to have an amazing shot. 100%.
Now, where do you want to be when you are in pickleball, playing against pickleball?
Whenever you're hitting the ball, you mean?
Yeah.
When you're hitting the ball, you want to come on the side of the ball.
You want to come on the side of the ball?
A lot of times people get stuck in front of or behind the ball, and they're trying to hit a drive like this, and it's not going to work. And that's something I realized in my game recently is you have to come on the side of the ball.
You got to be sideways, and that's a big thing that I'm so glad that you brought up is you want to be sideways, start with your paddle low, and then go elbow. Notice Michelle's hips are facing to the side. She's on her surfboard, skateboard, or snowboard, and she's sideways at all times. Like you said, a lot of players, they're turning their body like this, and they're trying to hit, and it's just not going to work. Now, you want to make sure the best place to be in pickleball is up at the kitchen. The number one type of movement that you want to hit while you play pickleball is you want to move forward because you want to get to the kitchen.
Right.
So after we work on stationary, after you understand stationary, again, we have to crawl before we walk and walk before we run. Now we're going to be moving forward. So Michelle, I'm going to do 3 or 4 drop feeds, and you're going to just move forward, start low, elbow. You ready? Go be back to baseline, sideways, start with your paddle low, elbow. Now move up. Start low, elbow. I know you want to start back. That's okay. We're going to get into that a little bit. Start low, elbow. All right, you're doing it to me. I'm the coach. You are the student. You are the student. I'm the coach. Here we are. I'm going to start low.
I'm the coach. You're the student.
Here we are. Elbow. Now we're going to move up. Start low, elbow. One more. Start low, elbow. So again, we're just doing 3 balls moving forward. Now, after you do 3 balls moving forward and you work on linear movement, now it is time to work on lateral movement. So what you're going to do, Michelle, is you're going to go 1, 2, 3. So you're going to be on that baseline, go turn sideways, go start low, and elbow. Start low, elbow. One more, start low, elbow. Now, I know you want to take your paddle where? Back. But starting low, even though, that's okay, but it's really good that we're working our way back, and it's always good to go back to the basics and fundamentals because this is really teaching you how to get under the ball in shape. A lot of your balls sometimes are too flat.
Pause, what's shape mean for anyone who
And
doesn't
shape
know?
means that a ball that is perfect. And shape means that instead of just going forward, long, shape means that you're having the ball, come on. Shape means that you're having the ball spin and dive into the court.
Top spin.
Top spin
gives shape.
Is the thing that you want to hit. Now, I'm going to be over here because I'm lefty and we're going to do it. So I'm going to start low, elbow. Start low, oh, elbow, this is so weird. Start low, elbow. And again, it's not going to be pretty, but we're learning the fundamentals of the shot. Now, the big thing that you want to do with this is I want you to start utilizing your non-dominant hand, Michelle. So wherever you can point your non-dominant hand to is exactly where you want to make contact. Once again, your non-dominant hand, this hand for Michelle right here is her guide. It's her GPS to the shot. Another thing that that's going to do is it's going to keep your body turned sideways, like you said, instead of opening your body up. So a great drill to do is you are not going to hit it, you're going to catch it. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now with Michelle is she's going to be right here. I'm going to toss the ball, she's going to catch it, and then she's going to drop it and hit it.
Sure, I can handle this, babe?
You're going to start here, you're going to catch it, drop it, hit it. Good, ready? Start out in front, catch it, and hit it. Good. She's working on tracking the ball with her non-dominant hand. And when you hit a good forehand third shot drive, you're not going to know where the return's coming. So what you're going to have to do is really put that hand out. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing. And here we are, 2, 3. So I'm using this hand, trying to go, catch it. And then that's exactly where I want to make contact. I'm going to go, I'm going to catch it here. And then exactly where I want to make contact, one more. I'm going to catch it here, and then exactly where I want to make contact. That, again, not only helps my contact distance-wise this way, but it also helps me make contact out in front. I want to make contact out in front and away from my body, not super close to your body.
And it's easier said than done. And most times when people are missing in pickleball, it's because they're getting jammed up and the ball's really close to their body. And we could say hit it out in front more, or even tell yourself hit it out in front more. But this is a real physical cue. And if you can develop this and add this into your game, you might feel a little bit weird at first going like this.
Yeah.
Look weird and feel like unnatural by doing it. But if you can put this hand into your game, you're making perfect contact every time.
And it does wonders. It really does. It makes sure every single time, because a lot of times when you miss, it's not necessarily your swing, it's your footwork and your contact.
I feel like most of the time that's exactly what it is.
And how do you solve that? By trying to get your hand to the ball. You don't have to think you have to have better footwork. You have to think that you got to line this ball up, and then what's going to happen? You're automatically going to move your feet. Mm-hmm. Now, once we do these couple of drills, I think it is time to do the catching drill, but I'm going to feed the ball from the other side. So Michelle, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go and you're going to catch the ball and then drop and hit. So be ready now. I want you to be in your ready position. Now,
so hold on, that's the hardest thing about this is most of pickleball is played in a square position because you're at the kitchen or you're hitting a drop shot back here, or you could even be serving open stance. So for me, it's you're square and I feel everything's square. Coming like this is the hardest part.
It's weird.
It just feels weird. And it's like tennis.
And I personally think at like where we are right now, this is going to help you tremendously.
Yeah.
Let's be in a ready position, and you're going to try to catch the ball with your non-dominant hand. Then drop it and hit to me. Good. Let's go. Here we are. You're going to pretend that you're going to catch the ball, or go catch the ball and then drop and catch. Good. So if the ball comes near you, what do you have to do? You have to move your body and catch. Notice again, every time Michelle's body is sideways when she hits. She's going to turn sideways, go, catch. Good. Oh my gosh, look at those. They're very good. Now what you're going to do, you're going to do the exact same thing, but instead of catching last minute, you're going to swing. You're going to think exactly like you did before, and this doesn't happen with you. And sometimes you open your body up,
I always open
and you're making bad contact because you're not getting your non-dominant hand in the proper position. So what are you going to do today and Wednesday when we play our mixed doubles pick match?
I'm going to put my hand out.
Let's go. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Here we are. So you're going to turn, pretend that you're going to catch, now hit. Good. So good. Turn, pretend that you're going to catch. Look at those drives. They're so low. One more. Turn, pretend that you're going to catch. Good. Go. Keep going. Pretend that you're going to catch. Pretend that you're going to catch. Get that hand out. You're getting a little bit sloppy there, right? Now it's
and
easier.
The hand can connect to the follow through, right?
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of times I go like this.
Yeah, and that's not good.
I'm
So another great way, and we're going to get into the follow through. We can get into it now. Is once you're done, you always have to ensure that you follow through over your shoulder. And one way that you can think is your elbow, like we said at the start. But another way, and one way that you like to do is what?
Wait a second. Is there a way that you can use your hand? Like force yourself to use your hand because you have to follow through too? Can you like put them together?
Yeah.
How?
So you should always catch the paddle, because think, if you catch the paddle and you don't, and your hand's down or not involved.
Right, like
look,
this.
So if you need to use your non-dominant hand to really work on it, think about it this way. Think you're going to turn with two hands. So no, watch, and this is huge for you. Instead of taking the paddle back with your dominant hand, you're going to push your paddle back with your non-dominant hand. Again, instead of taking your paddle back with your dominant hand, you're going to push with your paddle. So here, do this. How many hands are on the paddle?
2.
Now go like this. How many hands are on the paddle?
1.
Now catch.
2.
So I want you to say out loud, 2, 1, 2.
2, 1. And 1 is when I'm catching it.
Yes.
Catching it.
Let's go back to the baseline. So you're going to go 2 hands, 2 hands, 1 hand, 2 hand. Look, 2 hands. Good. Good. Keep going. 2, 1, 2. Go. Keep going. Here we are. 2 more balls left. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Get that hand out. Woo. One more. Good. Here we are. Okay.
Open. That was
but look
so
at your
open.
hand. Look at your body.
What am I doing?
So as you can see, if you can keep your body turned and sideways, like look at those shots. How good were they?
They were so good, but then I malfunctioned.
Yeah.
Because it happened so fast.
So you have to do it over and over and over again. So practice makes permanent. Remember, practice does not make perfect, Michelle. Practice makes permanent. So think again. You're going to be sideways, then you're going to get your non-dominant hand out. How are we going to do this? We went over the drop feed drill. You're starting low, elbow. Then we worked on moving forward. Then we worked on to the side, and then we worked on feeding you actual balls. Now, do you have to get Sienna now or no?
Yes.
Okay.
In 4 minutes. I have to leave here in 4 minutes.
Do you want to get some balls for me before?
Sure, hon.
Okay, thank you.
Love you. Bye.
So Michelle had to go pick up our daughter from summer camp, but we are going to continue with this video. Now, what we worked on again is starting low to high, low to elbow. Then we worked on moving you around linear and then sideways. You could do that with drop feeds or regular feeds or hitting as long as it's controlled. And then we worked on the importance of the non-dominant hand. Remember, the importance of the non-dominant hand in pickleball is to, number 1, turn your body, but then number 2, help guide you to proper contact. Remember, your non-dominant hand is the guide. It is the GPS to your pickleball. Now, we're going to be going over the takeback. Now, after you understand low to elbow, now it is time to work on your takeback. If you can incorporate the proper takeback into your swing, and instead just going low to high or low to elbow, 1 to 2, we're going to make it 3 steps. Once again, instead of just making the forehand low to elbow 2 steps, we are going to be making it 3 steps. Number 1 is the take back. Number 2 is starting low and then elbow. So instead of just going here, I'm going to now go here. Then I'm going to go to my normal shot. So all you're going to do once again is take it back and then go low rather than just starting low. Now, why do you want to do that? Because think about it, not every ball comes directly towards you. And if you guys watch the balls that Michelle hit, Michelle automatically takes her paddle back. And here's why. Remember, not every ball is going to be fed to you on a silver platter. It's never always going to be down here. What if it's a little bit higher? Well, that's why we're going to be able to take it back to low to elbow. Also, when you take it back, you get momentum, and then also you can go even lower to really brush up the ball and hit topspin. So the best way to visualize this, if you're a visual learner, is that you're making a C. Think top of the C, then you're dropping, that's the curve of the C, and then you're following through. Now, as you get more advanced in pickleball, your C is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, me, being an ex-tennis player, I would take a giant C. But now as I'm getting more advanced, it's going to be a smaller C. Now, why do you want to have a smaller C? It's very simple. You can drop. Ooh, that was close. So watch, if I make a small C, I can drop or I can drive. Last minute, you're able to disguise. And also remember, pickleball, it's a smaller court than a tennis court. So remember, time is a currency in pickleball. Now, how do we do this? I want you to think, before you move to the ball, you have to take your paddle back. Once again, before you move to the ball, you have to take your paddle back. A lot of players go wrong because what happens? They move to the ball and then they take their paddle back and they get jammed. The first thing I have to do, I want you to think of your car. If it's in neutral, you step on the gas or electricity, it's not going to go. You cannot go to the ball until you put your car in drive. By taking your paddle back, it's putting your car in drive. So remember, this is the take back. Now, what is the proper take back? Our paddle tip is pointed up. That's going to help when to go low. If it's up when you go, it's going to point down. Also, our paddle straight back. It's not here, it's not back here. A lot of players take the paddle back too short and they don't have any power, or a lot of players take the paddle too far and then they come around the ball and it's not consistent. You want to think that you're passing the baton to the person behind you. You want to think that the face of the paddle is pointing this way and the tip is always pointing back. This is what you want to be. So you're going to be here in your ready position. You're going to turn your body sideways and then move up to the ball. So essentially what you're going to do is the exact same progressions that we did, except instead of starting here, you're going to start here in your ready position. So the first one that you're going to do, someone's going to feed the ball to you, just like I did with Michelle, and you're going to have them turn and then elbow. Again, I'm going to be ready. If you're doing it by yourself, I'm going to toss the ball up high so I have time. I'm going to turn my body, paddle back, elbow. Here we are. Turn my body, paddle back, have my non-dominant hand, then elbow. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to do 3 balls moving forward, except I'm going to be in the ready position to start. Turn my body, paddle back, move up. Notice, when I move up to this ball, I'm taking my paddle back, putting my car in drive, then I'm moving up. One more, taking my paddle back, then moving up to the ball, and then hitting. Now, the last progression is going to be moving laterally. Now, remember, when you move up these balls, you're not moving, pretend the ball's up here, you're not moving up like this. You're turning, putting yourself in drive, and then moving up to the ball. You're moving up to the ball with your paddle back. Now, clearly in pickleball, when you're up here, you're not going to be hitting these types of shots. However, this is how we're teaching you how to hit an amazing drive. All these components are going to give you that amazing forehand drive that we promised you. So you're going to be here, start in the middle, toss the ball high, turn my paddle back, elbow. 2 more. Here we are. Paddle back, move, elbow. 1 more. That was so bad. 1 more. Paddle back, move. It's harder to do by yourself, but that's okay. Elbow. And that is the drill that we're going to do. Now think, 1 is paddle back, 2 is starting low, and 3 is following through. Now, how do we get from step 1 to step 2? It's very simple. It's dropping your paddle. As soon as the ball bounces, you want to drop your paddle. Once again, as soon as it bounces, then you're going to drop. As soon as the ball bounces, then you're going to drop. So all you're going to do is take the paddle back, step 1, You're going to drop ball in front of you, bounce and drop. Again, you're going to take the paddle back, ball out in front, bounce and drop. 2 more. Paddle back, ball out in front, bounce and drop. 1 more. Paddle back and drop. Notice, how do we get a proper drop? It's very simple. All you're going to do is release your paddle. If you grip it tight, it's going to be up here. If you release, it's going to be down here. You want your paddle tip to be pointing downwards behind you. So again, I'm going to paddle back and drop. All I'm doing again is just releasing my paddle downward. The next way that you can think of it if you're a kinetic learner is that the tip of the paddle is weighted. When you take the paddle back and you release, it's automatically going to fall down. Automatically going to fall down. And then the last thing that you're going to do is point your butt cap. You want your butt cap, you want to pretend that your butt cap is a flashlight, and all you're going to do is shine your flashlight forward. Paddle back, shine your flashlight forward. Paddle back, shine your flashlight forward, and that's going to help you. So paddle back, shine your flashlight, and hit. So again, as soon as the ball bounces, you're going to go to the ball. As soon as you see it, before the ball even crosses the net, your paddle's back, bounce, drop, hit. So the best way to do it to start is go step 1, then you're going to go step 2, bounce, hit. Step 1, step 2, bounce, hit. So you're going to start in step 2 and then go to hit. I want you to notice about this, and the reason why we incorporate this and why I want you to do this exercise is because that's going to teach you exactly when to swing. I want you to think as soon as you drop your paddle, you fire it. You shoot the gun, you pull the trigger, you press the go button on the grab claw. Nothing is slowing it down. As soon as you drop your paddle, you're letting it go forward, and that is the key component to the forehand drive. A lot of players go wrong because they go and they hesitate. How do we not hesitate? How do we get proper timing and proper contact? Number 1, our non-dominant hand. Number 2, as soon as ball bounces, then I swing and then I let it go. That is key on the pickleball forehand. Now, what you're going to do is, I wish I had someone feed the ball to me, but the ball is going to bounce, back, drop, hit. Again, back, drop, hit. Or you can think 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice as soon as the ball bounces, that's when you drop. And remember that you do that. All you're going to do now after you do that is if someone fed it to you, or if someone was hitting to you, or you could feed yourself around the balls and just drop, hit on the bounce. Again, drop, hit on the bounce. Maybe it's close to me, so I need to move my body, drop, hit on the bounce. And that is what you are going to do. Remember, as soon as the ball bounces, then you drop and you finish. If you can put that together, you will be able to have the proper forehand shot. Now, we went over the full strategic framework on how to do it, showed you exact progressions to do. If you do these progressions, regardless of your pickleball playing level, your athletic experience, your coordination, I don't care what you have wrong with you. If you do all these different drills that we just went over, you will be able to have an amazing forehand. I am telling you, I've worked with tens of thousands of players in all racket sports and taught them exactly how to hit a forehand with this method. And it doesn't come from years of racket sports experience. All it comes from is you just getting yourself in the right place at the right time. Now, this is a big thing with this, and what you have to do is you have to go step by step. Don't just go to step 3 or step 4. You have to go step 1, 2, 3. We got to crawl before we walk and walk before we sprint. Now, big things with the forehand. Little key things that you can do to add to it. You have to make sure that your paddle is always tilted down. Again, your paddle always needs to be tilted down. If your paddle is facing up, where's the ball going to go? The ball's going to go up. Again, if I'm here, it's going to go high. If I tilt it downward, it's going to go in. Number 2, I need to hold my paddle loose. The only way to get into this 3-step method, into this good forehand, into topspin, by you holding the paddle loose, by you getting under it, that's going to help you, is if you hold the paddle loose. If I held it tight, look, my paddle is going to be above at all times. If I hold the paddle loose, though, now I'm able to really swing it. So I need to make sure I hold my paddle loose. Now, you have to have one stroke for all your forehands. Now, one type of forehand drive. Those are the best players. Where players go wrong is that regardless of where the ball comes, they have different strokes. Maybe if the ball's here, they'll hit here. If it's low, they'll come over here. If it's here, maybe they'll go like this. Watch what I do. Instead of hitting all these different crazy shots, I have this swing that we worked on. If the ball's here, I'm going to move my body and hit. If the ball's super high, I'm going to let it drop and hit. I have one stroke for all the situations instead of millions of strokes for many situations. That is a big thing. So make sure you continually try to do this forehand over and over again. The next thing you have to do is you have to make sure you keep your head down and your body forward. A lot of players like to see where the ball goes. They want to see where the ball goes. They want to see where they hit. And what they do is they pick their head up and their body up. If you pick your head up, you pick your body up, the ball goes up. You need to keep your head down and forward. And the next thing that's going to help you do that is get into your legs. If you can drop your center of gravity, lower your center of gravity, keep your head down and get into your legs, now you're going to be way better off when you hit. The next thing is, and the best piece of advice that anyone has ever given me, is a forehand that is in 80% of the time, it's only 50 miles per hour, is way, way more effective than a forehand that's 100 miles per hour, but only in 20% of the time. Consistency is what solves everything. When you hit a third shot drive, remember the goal of this amazing forehand is to create an opportunity. When I hit this forehand, I'm expecting a short reply so I can get up to the kitchen. I don't want to just hit the forehand to just try to win the point every single time. So make sure you hit and you use this with the proper mindset of it's to create a situation, it's not going to automatically win the point. If you're going 100% speed, if you're hitting the ball as hard as possible, what's going to happen? You are going to be way less consistent. So what I want you to think is when you go out, maybe you're going to hit at 40%. You're going to hit your drives at 40%. Now, if your opponents give you good opportunities, they don't put the ball away, maybe guess what? That's what you do the whole time. You don't go to 50 or 60, but you start low and then you can work your way out. Now, after you get your 40%, then you're going to increase a little bit of power to 50%. Okay, I missed, so what am I going to do? I'm going to go to my 40% power again. And I still missed. There's something in that ball. But when you do well, you speed it up. When you do less well, you slow it down. Remember, when you hit a ball and you slow it down a little bit, what happens? Gravity. That's why when a pitcher throws a changeup, the ball is only going 70 miles per hour. It's not going 100 miles per hour. So if you can do this progression that we worked on and go step by step, you will be able to hit an amazing forehand regardless of prior racket sports experience, regardless of how many lessons you've taken with all your PPR certified pros or all your whatever certification pros, because they've clearly never done this. And guess what? You're not going to have to watch tons of videos. All you got to do is follow, like, share, subscribe, and remember the number one thing that you have to do to support this channel is to share with your pickleball friends. Now, if you're playing a tournament and you don't want those opponents to hit a really good forehand or learn, you just want them to suffer and continue to watch tons of videos on YouTube, continue for them to spend tons of money at all these camps and everything like that and go to all these pickleball pros and stuff, then guess what? Don't share them this video because they're going to get really quick and it's going to solve a lot of things. However, if you guys enjoy this video, the best way to help this channel, again, is to what? Share and to promote and to share this to every single pickleball person you know across all platforms. I hope you had a good one. I hope I just solved all your forehand problems in like 30 minutes or so. Have a good one. Happy hitting. If there's anything else that can benefit someone's forehand, please let me know in the comments. The best thing about this whole YouTube thing is that you guys can share your inputs, your perspectives, your opinions, your advice, your insults, everything. You guys can share it in the comments. So share in the comments if there's anything that I missed or there's anything that really works for you, please let me know. As a coach, I am continually trying to get better at coaching pickleball. So guess what? Let me know some new things. That would be amazing. Have a good one. Happy hitting. And I'll see you guys next time on court.